Guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Bambu Lab A1 Mini. Please note that this printer was bought with my own money. So here it is. So okay, let's start. So let's first check the extruder. So the extruder is here. This. You can probably tell that I replaced this. This isn't supposed to be that. It was supposed to be this when it came. I'll show you what it looked like when it came. It looked like this when it came to me, but I printed this one and I think it looks better. So I just took it off and replaced it. The extruder also has a quick swap nozzle. You just take this cover off, flip this thing open. Make sure to press the filament cutter into the filament before. Just make sure to put the filament cutter into cut the filament before you do it, because if you don't cut the filament first, it won't come out. It won't come out. So you can tell I cut the filament here. So I have a 0.4 millimeter stainless steel nozzle. I've had this printer for about like, I don't know, a month, I guess, a month or two. So one more thing is that every time it starts a print, it makes some filament waste. Just to note that it makes some filament waste. So look, I printed this curvy proof heater. It catches the filament waste it generates before every single print. Right here I have it. I just printed it for fun to catch it. So that's basically all about the extruder. So before you start printing, you also have to assemble this purge wiper. That's where it poops. So it poops into here, and then it just flings it. So call it the poop flinger, why not? So it also has this thing. So when it's printing and when it needs to switch filaments, it just automatically presses into there. So yeah. And also this gray tube is the PTFE tube. It basically just conceals the filament inside. So over here I have a filament holder. This came with the printer to hold it on the back over here. But I don't really like using it, so I just printed this thing. It came in 2 pieces. To put this in, and then I just put this, and then I just put this in, and then I just put this in, slide this in here, and then I can just put a roll of filament on to use it. So I like using that instead of the actual one. So for the screen, it's a touch screen. So yeah, it's a touch screen. I feel like it's a bit small, but I don't really care. So you can see everything you downloaded onto the printer here. It comes with some built-in, like these 2 benchies, and then this benchy 3-color bag clip by Scraper Panda, Pocket Copter, Scraper grip. I actually have the scraper grip right here. The printer comes with a scraper. This silver thing, it's pretty sharp. I printed the scraper grip and this is what it turned out to be. Like scrape things off the build plate, you know. I'll talk about the build plate next. So yeah, it's a really nice. What the heck? Okay, there you go. There's also an assistant, so if there's like something wrong with your printer, the notification will pop up here. filament, you can edit what kind of filament you have here. Controls, you can like turn the light on and off, this light on and off. Next to the camera, you can turn the fan on and off. You can change the speed of the printer and how fast it prints. You can change how many degrees you want the nozzle to be. Change the bed temperature, make the extruder extrude. And then like change these. And then there's also setting where like all the settings, like you can update the firmware. You can select language, select the screen off time, firmware. I have latest firmware, and then there's also like this AMS options. I don't have an AMS though. So yeah. There's also a device name and stuff. Printing time 147 hours for me. So yeah, that's basically all about the screen. So for the build plate, why can't I move it? Okay, there you go. So for the build plate, it's a 187 millimeter cubed build plate. It's removable. The build plates are all magnetic, so you can remove them if you want. And then, yeah, my build plate looks like this because I've applied a lot of glue on it before, glue stick. So, basically, yeah. So also on the build plate, you'll see this. That's basically where the extruder will wipe the nozzle. It's basically where the extruder will wipe the nozzle before each print to make sure the nozzle is nice and clean. So there's also this. That's also a nozzle cleaning thing. So yeah. There's also this camera over here, which can. There's also this camera over here. This camera. You see, yeah, that camera. This camera. It can record. It can also be covered in case you don't want to record it. It also has a light next to it, which I find really useful. So it can also record time lapses. So like compress like a few hours into a shorter video. So like every single layer, the extruder will pause the print and go over here to the purge wiper for it to capture what it's printing, capture how much is printed on the build plate. So yeah, that's about all. One more thing, the wire on the A1 Mini is pretty short, so if you have a place where the electrical socket is pretty far away, recommend you not put it there because the wire is pretty short. Also, there's the on and off button is back here. So that's about all. Yeah. So it's a pretty good printer. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It can print a Benchy in 20 minutes, 18 minutes faster. 18 minutes. There's a Benchy that's 18 minutes on this printer and a Benchy that's 20 minutes on the printer. I would give it a 8 out of 10 because it's not as fast as the X1 Carbon, which can accelerate much faster than this printer. I think that this printer can accelerate up to 10,000 millimeters per second. I don't know. Its print speed is 300 millimeters per second. Maximum print speed is 300 millimeters per second. I think it can accelerate up to 10K. I don't know. No, wait, no, not 10K. I don't know how much it can accelerate up to. I know the max printing speed is 300. Also, when you get it, it's basically just like already collaborated tested. You just need to go through an automatic collaboration test. So like bed leveling, nozzle cleaning, like I don't know what else. Axis homing, I guess. Axis homing. I don't know what else was there. Yeah, vibration compensation, and there's also a active motor noise cancellation test. So like so the printer can be, so the quietest the printer can be is 48 decibels. So yeah, that's about all. Bye.